Hey everyone, I know what the title says in here, but before you hit the dislike button, I want you guys to watch the whole video because there's a catch. Welcome back to another episode of Hey Pastor Jonas. I just watched Greta Gerwig's 2023 film Barbie, and this will be a spoiler review. And if you have not watched the movie yet, and if you don't mind spoilers, you may continue to watch this review, but if you do mind spoilers, make sure you go watch the movie first before you come back to this video. So before I watched this movie, I heard about this being a very heavy gender political movie. So what is this movie about? Well, according to Wikipedia, it's about a stereotypical Barbie and a whole range of fellow Barbies all reside in Barbie land, a matriarchal society where women are self-confident, self-sufficient, and successful, while their Ken counterparts spend their days engaging in recreational activities at the beach. The Barbies hold all important job positions such as doctors, lawyers, and politicians. And Beach Ken is only happy when he is with Barbie and seeks a closer relationship. When stereotypical Barbie came to this realization of feeling anxious, questioning about life, and scared of death, she was suggested to go to the real world to find the person who played with her, allegedly to have imposed his or her emotion onto Barbie, causing her to have this connection of feeling anxious and fearful. We later on found out that this person is a mother and who also is an employee working in the company Mattel who produced Barbie dolls. So while traveling to the real world, Ken, who was played by Ryan Gosling, tags along. Ken, which then learns about the patriarchal system and feels respected and accepted for the first time. Returning to Barbie land, he persuades the other Kens to take over, and the Barbies are indoctrinated into submissive roles such as maids, housewives, and agreeable girlfriends. So in short, with the help of Gloria and her daughter, Barbie restored all the other Barbies out of their subordinates' behavior and distracted the Kens from altering the constitution to enshrine male superiority. In the process, they also realized the error of their previous societal system and decided to make some changes in Barbie land, including better treatment for the Kens and all the outcast dolls. So right from the synopsis of the story, it's definitely sounded like a very woke movie, a very controversial one, belittling men and taking a jab at male superiority. Even for the CEO of Mattel, the company who produced Barbie dolls, played by Will Ferrell, seemed to be pushing the propaganda for women's superiority and positional rights in the real world. All the men were similarly depicted as fools and narcissists, which is why if we just look at the surface of this movie, this movie seems to be a fun movie for the women, but a very offensive one for the men. This movie would be deemed as the wokest movie ever if only we look at the surface without knowing the underlying message of the movie. Well, there's no doubt that this movie is very gender political, and I wouldn't suggest this for kids to watch without us adults properly explain the underlying message here. We first need to understand the director's stance on this gender identical war. Greta Gerwig is the director of this film, and we first need to understand the film that she previously directed. So before this year's Barbie, Greta directed Lady Bird and Little Woman, which came out in 2017 and 2019 respectively, and both nominated for the Oscars for the best screenplays, while she was also nominated for Best Director for Lady Bird. So these two movies talks about women's desires and struggles while not shy away from themes like wanted to be loved, loneliness. And it seems Greta understands what it means to be women. So before watching Barbie, and though I heard criticism of this movie having strong themes of feminism, I kept an open mind entering this film, hoping to be proven wrong. Indeed, this movie is tricky because this movie is actually taking a jab to both men and women in our messed up society today. By swapping the roles, today's man's journey is depicted through Barbie's journey, while women's fight for feminism is depicted through Ken's journey. One of the most hated Bible verses by most of the strong feminist activists is that Eve was created by using the ribs that is taken from Adam. While the Bible isn't implying this, they would think that this verse means that, oh, women are made for men, that there's no women without men. Just as the Ken doll was originally made for Barbie doll, because the doll were initially targeted for young girls to play. So towards the end of the movie, Ken suffers identity crisis, saying that there is no Ken without Barbie. It was tearful to watch Ken feeling so broken because how true it was. And Ken was supposed to be that secondary to the Barbie brand. And I think a lot of women can feel that same way, which is why we see the rise of strong feminism activists propagates this idea. Greta understands what it means to be strong women. As Gloria, the Mattel employee, was asked what changes can be made for the company, Gloria suggests designing Barbies who are just regular moms, as she herself enjoys being a mother. The CEO of Mattel initially thought this is a terrible idea because that doesn't seem to show women's power, doesn't speak out strong feminism. Like I said, that was his whole point. But it turned out it was revealed in a funny way. His right-hand man then suggested that Barbie as a regular mom would make good sales. The CEO then immediately changes his mind to agree to the idea. I think this short conversation speaks the whole point of Greta's perspective of women. Women can be so inspiring and empowering, even being a loving mother, where most men are weak in that area. The things that separate women and men is what made women so powerful. And I think a lot of women today missed the point. Today, as you go out to society, gathering with women, when they talk about their desires and dreams, most would say they want to be successful. They want to be a lawyer, they want to be a doctor, they want to be a businesswoman, want to be politicians, celebrities. But if a woman suggests that all she desires is just to be a mother taking care of the house, the other woman would belittle her, trying to brainwash her that she needs to be ambitious. Because taking care of the house, just being a mom, is a sign of weakness. And back to the CEO, Greta is also taking a jab at all the companies who seem to be supporting the woke community, the inclusive community, the strong feminism community, yet all they really care, their true motive is just making a buck out of it. All they care is how much their product would sell and how much money they would make. The CEO changes his mind once he was told that regular moms would also sell. That is the jab to the company who support the woke communities, because they don't actually care as long as they make money. And Target is one of the examples. And during the Pride Month, when Target starts selling LGBTQ plus products, even promoting trans product to kids, the company started receiving backlashes and lost billions of money. They soon slapped an excuse to it, saying that they want to protect their employees from all the assault and attacks, and start taking the LGBTQ plus products off shelves, and even move the items to a more secluded section. Because at the end of the day, all they care is actually money. Another thing I appreciate the theme that Greta tackles on is that even when men holds leadership position jobs, they have a lot of struggles, hurts, and pain in doing it. It was never meant to be an easy job. And Ken doll expressed that he felt tired running the entire kingdom, the city. And even the CEO of Mattel said that he felt stressed and tired running the company all the time. While I have to agree that God made men and women differently and that we can celebrate our differences, men can be more capable and more emotional stable, dealing with all this stress and weariness given all these leadership roles. But what I think the message here today is that we don't have to belittle each other's, men or women's contributions, sacrifices, struggles for the family. Men working tirelessly outside is stressful, painful, and at times lonely. And we should learn to appreciate men's effort and sacrifices. Women who take care of children is equally important, equally stressful, painful, and equally sorrowful. We men too should appreciate all the wives' effort and sacrifice. And today, one of our society's biggest problem is that we belittle each other's contribution for the family. The wife would say men working outside is easy, all they need to do is just have fun outside, to chase their dreams, this is so easy. Men would belittle their wives, saying that all they need to do is just have fun with the kids at home and not to stress about making money. Instead of that, let's appreciate one another because both are equally important. And because of sin, we all suffered immensely. God has created us differently, but loved us equally. So appreciate each other, love one another. And that's the lesson today. I hope you learned something and have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!